Okay, guys, I want you to come join me live on YouTube so we can discuss interracial dating. Why are these kids so loud? Baguette. Sak pi malo kite ti moun nan wala yap fe bouy kon sa. E kwa te kon gen moun an gwa moun malade tan ba. Oui, mais c'est là toujours misère pour la passer pour la fin de ti moun a fait bouy kon sa. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. I know you guys are like, what is she talking about? Long story short, people have children. They leave them in the hallway. They don't take care of their kids. Do you guys hear how loud those kids are? I can't even believe this. I'm not making this stuff up. I can't even make this stuff up. How terribly loud these children are. Okay, where was I before I got distracted? All right, so I know that the topic has come up about interracial dating, and if you guys are watching this, give this video a thumbs up so that I can know that you're watching. So the topic has come up on YouTube about interracial dating, and a lot of Black women feel that they need to start dating white men because white men treat their women better. White men are family men and they actually want to get married and they'll stick around to raise their children. White men, you know, are more financially stable, just all these things. But every time, whether I turn on to a blog, a YouTube channel, the news, and I look at some story about swirling, okay, it's swirling gone wrong. This is a young lady. Her name is Darian Brittany Towns, okay? Cute girl. Somehow went to a party, was the only Black person there. Oh, no. Ubab kabase. Okay. So, sorry guys, I was talking to my grandma. So somehow this young lady, she went to a party. She was the only Black person there. She knows how to swim. And she ends up dead at the bottom of a pool with her belongings, her car stolen. And to me, I think that one of those white people at the party did something to this girl, and here's why I think that. And this isn't to say that I think all white people are bad, because I understand that not all white people are out here doing things like this. But there's just something very suspicious about this. This is someone who knew how to swim. Why was her car stolen? I feel like her car was stolen because something happened in this girl's car. And it's like, oh my gosh, we have to take her car. We have to get rid of the evidence about what happened to this young lady. And as a matter of fact, I'm so happy that I got the camera on my computer to work so I can show you. I want to show you the white man that she was with. Now, there are white men, I can understand if it was a Paul Walker, but this woman was with a bottom shelf Brad. And I just couldn't understand that. And I just think it's suspicious how quickly this man moved on, got a whole new fiance. I'm going to say allegedly, but I definitely did see a child in that picture. Should have left when she realized she was the only Black person. I say that all the time. If I see I am the only Black person at a party, I have to be honest with you, I do not feel too comfortable. At least go have a Black buddy with you at the party. You are the only Black person there, and no sirens go off in your head that say, you know what, I'm just gonna go. Even if nothing happens, even if you just have a good time, white people drink very, very hard, okay? They do. That's just the reality. They drink very, very hard. So now you're the only person there who's black, and everybody else is under the influence of some hard liquor. Now, I want to show you this. This is some guy who had a crush on her. His name is Jeremy Davis. I'm going to pump up the volume. I don't know if this is an ex-boyfriend of hers, but I assume that it is.
Hey, world. My name is Jeremy Davis.
Let me show you the kind of white man that this woman was allegedly dating.
Hey, world. My name is Jeremy Davis, and this is my official apology to Darian Brittany Town. Hey, baby girl, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry that I've been flirting, you know, and I told you I was going to start yesterday, right? And I just thought that you might like to know that I have stopped, you know, like forever, you know. Well, except for flirting with you, because that I can't stop that, you know. You're just too damn fine. But yeah, I stopped for good. I love you. Bye.
Now, this, I believe, is her ex-boyfriend before she got with her fiance. First of all, this man sounds slow, okay? This man sounds really slow. Yeah, you know. What are you doing? What are you doing? And this is the man that she was with, him. And this is the guy she was with before her fiance. So she had been getting with white guys, all right? She had been getting with white guys. And before anybody starts with the whole, oh, you're telling us who to date. See, I'm not telling you who to date, okay? Of course, I would like and prefer for all of you guys to have black counterparts, okay? You know, a black spouse. However, if you choose to date out, you need to be with somebody who's going to have your back. And the reality of the situation is that this man who she was with did not have her back. And she had some All Lives Matter posts. We're going to find that in a second.
The woman who drowned in a backyard pool in Bartlett was just weeks away from her wedding. WMC Action News 5's Felicia Bolton spoke with the woman's mother, who's now planning a funeral instead of a wedding.
The last time Donnell Towns heard from her daughter, Darian, she was on her way to a 4th of July party.
So she called me and said she had her work done on her car. She was finished and she was going to buy fireworks and she was going to a party. That was the last time I talked to my baby. The next time is when I got a phone call.
That call came from Darian's fiance saying the 23-year-old was rushed to the hospital. According to Bartlett police, Towns drowned in a pool at this house on Burton Parish Cove around 2 a.m. on July 4th. People at the pool party told investigators they were all drinking. According to a police report, 2 out of the 4 people there were underage. Then, while sitting on the deck near the pool, someone noticed Towns at the bottom. That's when they jumped in, pulled her out, performed CPR, and called 911. Her mother says the former White Station High School graduate was a strong athlete who ran track for several years, and the fact that she drowned is suspicious.
But she could swim. She had been swimming every day to lose weight to fit in her wedding dress.
Even more odd is what her mother says happened next.
Someone stole her car. So that's an ongoing investigation too. So when my baby was laying there dying, someone stole her car. And they found it in South Haven, Mississippi.
Felicia Bolton, WMC, Action News 5.
First of all, this woman, to my knowledge, Darian, to my knowledge, is in Tennessee. So how did her car end up in Mississippi? You're trying to tell me we're at a pool party. Somebody is drowning. We're all at a pool party. Somebody's drowning and nobody sees this woman drowning. Like, something about this story just doesn't seem right to me. And then all of a sudden, they said somebody who was sitting on the deck noticed her. And then that's when they decided to rescue her. And why did they take her car? My parents always taught me to never let yourself be the only Black person at a party or any situation if you can help it. I always say that. And I know some people are not going to be happy, but this is what I think when I listen. Also, with the whole Bakari Henderson thing, I have to make a video about that too. He was handsome, by the way. Bakari Henderson was handsome. This handsome black man was the only black man who was there. And his white friends, none of them tried to help him when he was getting jumped. Where were the people coming to Bakari Henderson's rescue? When you find yourself being the only black person in a situation and there are a bunch of white people, if anything goes left at any point in time, white people are going to get on code, and whatever happens to you, if you make it out alive, you'd be very lucky. Now, I want to pull up her Facebook page so that I can show you just some of the things that she was saying. So let this be a lesson to you. Lesson number 1. If you are the only black person there at the party, you must leave. You must exit stage left. Let that be the first lesson for you guys. If you're watching, give it a thumbs up. Okay, Darian Brittany Towns. So I'm going to pull it up here. Okay. This is Darian and one of her close friends. All right. We're all in a small town. What happened to this girl? Why do we not know what happened to this girl? Where was her friend? Where was this girl in the picture? Let's see what else. She was an advocate for gay rights, which is perfectly fine. But like I said, I see a lot of people going to bat for the LGBTQ community. And then when it's time for the LGBTQ community to stand up for black women, I don't see them doing it, black women. This is the guy that she was with. I know it might sound shallow, but you know what? I'm going to say it. He's not cute, and he wasn't even worth it. We're going to get to this man in a minute. Let me just show you. I have to scroll back all the way. I think it was August of the previous year that she made this. And then somebody told me that she was at the party with these white girls who did not like her, but she decided to go anyways. Interesting, interesting. Sorry, guys, I'm scrolling down. I'm looking for that whole All Lives Matter post, because since All Lives Matter, I want to see all the people on your friends list saying that your life matters. Sorry, still scrolling. All right, so they talked about, she made this thing about, she never understood cultural appropriation, so that in itself was like a thing. But I'm looking for it. She had some All Lives Matter posts, and it's like, girl, if all lives matter so much, where are all your white friends, since all lives matter, going to bat for you? Okay, so she got into a fight with this woman. Let me read this message to you. She says, "This broad is so stupid. First, no particular hairstyle belongs to any culture. A certain culture may have started it, but it's just effing hair. Secondly, how do you put hands on someone and expect them not to defend themselves and get mad? Women like her give women a bad name." Now, I'm not particularly sure what she was talking about when it comes to this incident, but I will say this. cultural appropriation is a real thing. And when you are a Black person feeling the need to try to defend certain things, I feel like just because you want white people to be comfortable, it makes me question you. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. I want to find her All Lives Matter post. She has a lot of pictures here. I mean, a lot of pictures. She has a lot of posts here about, you know, supporting the LGBTQ community, which is fine, but I haven't seen them come out and support this woman since she died. I haven't seen them come out and demand an investigation. I haven't seen them protesting nothing. Still scrolling, guys. Sorry. Still scrolling. I have to find the post where she said all lives matter because I don't want to paraphrase what she said. No, this girl has a lot of posts. And then we're going to get to her fiance, who moved on rather quickly, and it seems has a child within the span of a year. Ugh, where is that post? Oh, I think I found it. Okay, thank you. Exactly how I feel. If I was a white person that had no racist bone in my body, I would be pretty damn annoyed by the Black people trying to pretend it's 1960. So, you know, because when topics of racism and things like that come up, because this is a Black Lives Matter protest, when topics of racism and you know, it is definitely alarming the fact that Black men are gunned down by the police at such high rates. But she seems to have a problem with Black Lives Matter. It says here, chill the F out. You can't complain about not being treated equally when you're acting all high and mighty like Black lives should matter more. Ugh, no, all lives matter. How is that I have grown up in the South my entire life, but being Black ain't never hold me back? Ain't is a double negative, but okay, we shall continue. Okay, I got an education, and that education allowed me to be treated with respect. You know, there are many people, many educated Black people who are still treated with disdain. Many of you guys seem to think that, oh, I'll just get an education and they'll accept me as one of them. Okay, you keep telling yourself that. Let me continue. Not the color of my skin. If anything, I feel discrimination from other Black people. Oh, you must want to be white because you got a white man. And is that really how you talk? Why does how I talk even matter? And no matter how much milk you put in a Cocoa Puff, at the end of the day, it's still a Cocoa Puff. Thank you very much. This is her All Lives Matter post, guys. I kid you not. I wouldn't lie to you about this. This is her All Lives Matter post. Okay, since all lives matter, I want to see all the lives, all the white people, all the people that you're, the LGBTQ community, all the people that you are going to bat for. I haven't seen not one of them make a post about your death, asking for the killers to be held accountable, asking for an investigation to be done as to why is it your car ended up all the way in Mississippi, Darian. This is a shame. Asking why it is that your fiance just moved on in just such a quick amount of time. Like, you got a new girlfriend in, like, what is it, like 8 months? I'm looking at the time span. This is just also very interesting. But let's look at some of these comments. These All Lives Matter comments. All right, so it seems here that we have a lot of people who were supporting her. Most of her Facebook friends are white anyways. And I feel like a lot of you guys do this stuff so that you can get praised by white people for doing it. Sad when black people feel the need to throw black people under the bus just to be accepted by white people. Oh, honey, it happens all the time. Now, hold on. Let me pull up. Wait, no. I'm going to pull up her fiance, or former fiance. She's passed away now. I'm going to pull up her fiance so that you guys can see. And this is just so odd, again, for her to have passed away just so soon before her wedding. It's like, okay. Now remember, this woman died in July of 2017. Here's the guy right here. October 26th of 2018 already has a new lady. Let's see. He moved on very, very quickly, it seems. See what's going on here. Right, these two together. I'm trying to pull up the very, very first picture that they ever took together. You know what, let me go to her page because women typically post more pictures than men, so that'll make it a little easier. But again, this woman had just died in July, and then he got a new girlfriend in October. It's kind of quick for somebody to move on, don't you think? Somebody dies in July, and you have a new girlfriend in October. You don't seem distraught about the situation. So the two of them, his fiance had just died, and he had already gotten a new lady within less than a year. Do you see this? Within less than a year, he had already gotten a new lady. When was this photo taken? This looks fairly recent. Now, why I can't get a timestamp for this? Does this man look distraught to you? Does he look heartbroken to you? Breon Mitchell, if you're going to be rude, I'm going to block you, and then you won't be able to comment at all, and then you'll be certainly displeased. I don't have time for the smart comments, especially I don't have a moderator. And then I could be wrong, and you know what? I don't like to show pictures of people's kids, so I won't show a picture of people's kids. But it seems that there's this little girl in this picture, and that little girl looks just like him. That little girl looks just like him. So he moved on pretty quickly, in my personal opinion. Doesn't look distraught. Doesn't look heartbroken. Scrolling through these pictures, they have one picture of them on vacation. This man isn't heartbroken at all, if you ask me. He has time to go on vacation. And I don't want to hear, oh, he posted a picture of her. If you really want justice for the person that you're with, do you think that posting on Facebook is all you have to do? You have to push for an investigation. You have to push people to come forward if they know anything to speak about the situation. If a woman had moved on when her fiance died in July and had a new person in August, okay, it would be deemed suspicious. It would be deemed as very suspicious. But he moves on fairly quickly and nobody, sees that as a red flag. Okay, Breon, we're gonna have to block you because I feel like you're trolling me and I don't have time. I don't have the time in my day to have to deal with people who are out here trolling people left and right. That's a major red flag. Raven K, it is a major red flag. It definitely is a major red flag. Hold on, I have to block Breon because I feel like, I don't know, troll accounts just somehow find me and I don't know why. Yeah. Okay, great. That'll take care of that. All right, so these two moved on really quickly. I don't even know how comfortable I would feel being with a man if he just had a fiance and he's trying to get with me because it's like, well, now you're making me look suspicious. Now you're bringing whatever it is that you had going on over there over here. And it's not to say that I think that he did anything, but I just think his behavior is suspicious. If you are someone who is so hurt and who is so distraught, why did you move on so quickly? I find that to be very odd. Why have you not asked witnesses to come forward? You as a man should be willing to go press whoever's house that was or whoever's party that was, okay? You should be able to tell them, hey, listen, I need you to come forward. Do you see how big and beautiful that house is? You think someone who lives in a house like that doesn't have security cameras? Yet nobody knew what happened to this young lady. Very, very suspicious. Let me see if I can pull up what the house looks like. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. I think I'll have to go back to the news story.
News 5 has learned drowned in a backyard pool in Bartlett was just weeks away from
The last time Dundell Town.
Here we go. Look how big this house is. This looks like a home in an upper middle class area. And you're trying to tell me that these people that are well off in life in an upper middle class area don't have cameras in their homes. Are you serious right now? You're trying to tell me that I moved it closer. I'm sorry, the quality can't be better, guys. You're trying to tell me that somebody who lives in a house like this does not have a security camera? This is all very suspicious to me. And I think they said it's Bartlett County. Let me look up that area. Hold on. This is just so odd. White people are the leaders of if you see something, say something. And you're trying to tell me they saw nothing. No one saw anything at this party. That was her home. No, that was the home that she was at. She was partying at. It says here Bartlett County is in Tennessee, and yet her car was found in Mississippi. Again, very odd. Let's look up Bartlett County, Tennessee. Hold on. And so what I'm looking for. So no, none of this is what I'm looking for. Okay, never mind. Okay, in any event, that's a pretty big house. You're trying to tell me someone who can afford a house like that does not have a security system, no cameras, nothing? You're trying to tell me in an area like that where panic would set off. That doesn't even look like an area where you can have a party every day. That looks like the kind of neighborhood where you have to inform your neighbors that you are having a party. No one saw this young lady drown. And most importantly, why was her car taken all the way to Mississippi? Nobody dusted off the car for fingerprints or anything. I mean, who botched this investigation? What is really going on here? No one finds this to be odd at all? Okay. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys who to date because, you know, people don't listen to me anyways. You do whatever makes you happy. But you also have to make sure that whoever with has your back. And the reality is that this fiance of hers that she was with certainly did not have her back. Because if he did have her back, hold on, let me pull up some of the things from their wedding. If he did have her back, then why would she even have to go this long without having justice? Why would she even be at that party? Because it wasn't said if they were at the party together or not, but why would she be at the party by herself? This is just suspicious to me. She said that she was born and raised in that area. So these are people that you grew up with, correct? If these are people you grew up with, how come none of them came forward so that they can help you get justice? Oh, she has a website, theknot.com/US. This woman was more into this guy than he was into her. Didn't your mother ever tell you to get with a man who loves you more than you love him? Let me see. theknot.com/US/road to Rosenberg. Let's check out this woman's website because she even has a website for her wedding. US/road to Rosenberg. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's see how into you he is, because this is very, very odd. Okay, so she created a website specifically to tell her love story and profess her love to this man. Let me show you some. Again, if you want to do that, that's fine. But the way that you're going to bat for him, he's not going to bat for you. They have a whole website. I'm going to read to you some things so that I can give my point of view on this. We met at Richland Elementary School in Memphis, Tennessee. I asked Trevor out, and he said yes, but his childish ways made him dump me for another girl. Okay. Let's scroll back. So you're the one who asked him to be yours, okay? Because you're not supposed to ask a man to be your boyfriend. He's supposed to ask you to be his girlfriend. Okay, let's continue. In 2012, through social media, a spark was rekindled. The more mature man eventually came to his senses and asked me out, and we started dating. Caught up in the rapture of love for a few years, Trevor and I had our adventures. Oh, okay, you know what that means. They were on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again. Let's continue. On spring break in Pensacola, Florida, Trevor popped the big question on a heart-shaped candlelit beach, and of course I said yes. Something about this just doesn't seem right. It sounds to me like you were pursuing him more than he was pursuing you, And I'm not saying Trevor did anything, but Trevor could have panicked, and maybe he knew that he wouldn't have been able to break up with this woman so easily. And he said to himself, you know, we have to do something. I'm not saying he did it, but, you know, this is odd. This is very, very odd to me that a woman who was born and raised in that exact area in Tennessee, something happens to her. It's not like New York City. Like New York City New York is a huge state, okay? This is a very specific area where she was born, raised, went to school. These people know each other in these kinds of towns. And you're trying to tell me nobody knows what happened to this girl? And these are supposed to be your friends? You grew up with these white people, and, you know, none of them are trying to get justice for you. Okay, what do we have here? They have a menu, I guess, for what you want to order. I don't know. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So now you have a man who's claiming to love her so much, but she died in July. They were supposed to get married in August, and he had a new girlfriend in October. Okay. Where's my water? From now on, whenever people tell me they want to do something and, oh, love is love and you can't tell me what to do, I've never told you what to do. All I tell you is to be careful. And if you don't want to do that, okay. Sometimes you just have to tell people okay and not give them, don't even give them, you know, you ever heard the saying, no answer is an answer? Don't even give them the benefit of arguing with you. Don't even give them that sort of energy. You go do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm thinking the new girlfriend wasn't all that new. I'm thinking this whole situation is suspicious. You trying to tell me that a car is stolen? That is a crime. That is a crime. Why has that crime itself not been investigated? You think right now if a white person calls the news and they say that their car is stolen, that they're not going to be on the case? Yet this black woman was not only found dead at the bottom of a pool, but she had her vehicle stolen and nobody knows what happened. All right, well, okay. People don't listen to me when I tell them what's good for them. So I'm just going to sit here and you know, again, you like who you like. It's your business. But if this person doesn't have your back, and this man certainly didn't have her back, if I was with a man, God forbid, and, you know, I got with somebody else within less than a year, people would look at me like it's suspicious. It's just very suspicious to me. Girl, they didn't do all that now. Why we got to take it all there? All right, guys, I'm going to end the video. Give this video a thumbs up. When you have a chance, please go place a vote for me in this contest. I'm trying to understand how I have 6,000 subscribers and I went to go view the page. I had 226 people who looked at the page and only 16 votes. Something is very off about that. The fact that I had at least 14 people come in today, I should have at least 12 of those people click that link and go vote for me. Raven K, I personally can never date a white guy. I don't have the time or the patience to educate them on black issues. That's another thing. There are things that we are going through here as black people here in America. Do you think that a white man will defend you when the topics of racism or slavery or anything of that sort comes, white supremacy or anything like that comes up? White people become extremely uncomfortable when those kinds of issues come up. They do. They become extremely uncomfortable and they tell you need to let it go. And they tell you, well, if you went to school or if you just spoke to police officers with respect or if you just did this or if you just did that, it's always your fault. It's never anything possibly, even slightly maybe that their ancestors may have done. And some of you women, okay, when I see that you're with a white man, I'm like, let me go see what this man looks like. He's not like a Paul Walker or like What's another cute white guy? Well, yeah, that's it. But it's always like a bottom shelf Brad. Like, did you hear that stuttering from that guy who was on the screen, her ex-boyfriend before her fiance? I'm like, who is this guy? And that's who you choose to get with? Whomever you choose to spend the rest of your life with has to love you so much, okay? They have to love you so much to know that if something happens to you, that they can't just say, all right, I'm just going to post some pictures on Facebook and hope and pray for justice. No, they have to go out there and get justice, okay? They have to have people signing petitions. They have to push for the police to investigate who stole that car. They have to have either themselves or somebody go straight to that house and ask them immediately for the witnesses to go down to the police station and to cooperate with this investigation. They need to ask them immediately to hand over the cameras that were possibly in that house immediately, okay? Bazzy, I don't date white men, so I don't know why you're on here leaving nasty comments. But don't worry, I have something for you. We have something special for you, Bazzy. Because apparently this person is upset and they came halfway through the video. How do you come halfway through the video calling me names? Okay, it's usually a dusty, broke white guy. It would never work. A tragedy. A whole tragedy is really what it is. It's a tragedy. All right, somebody said that they voted, and it is Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you. Raven K said that she would vote. Okay, guys, I have 12 people watching and 2 people who said that they voted for me. What's going on here? 12 people watching me and only 2 people who said they voted for me. 13 thumbs up. I'll vote. Okay, Olivia Munier. I hope that you do. I'm going to put the link here again so that you guys can vote. The Unique Lady 100 voted. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And just for the record, because I do have to say this in videos, it does allow you to vote once a day, every day, but you have to wait a full 24 hours. So if you voted at 9 p.m. one day, you got to wait for like the next day so that you can vote. I'm going to end this video, and be careful, okay? Be careful. That's all I can say. Good night.